Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Well, it's almost here, everyone. 6 more days. Well, it's only because it's Monday. Hold on. Let me see what it would be from Wednesday. 4 more days this Sunday. It is National Get Stoned Day, better known as April 20th. Why am I talking about that? Well, you'll find out later on towards the end of the program. Anyways, Real Film Nerds Podcast episode number 419, bitch, as Mike likes to say. Speaking of Mike, hey, Mike.
Hey.
So, Mike, what did you say to Ma Hinshaw to make her not want to come on the podcast yet again? This is now 2 podcasts in the months of April where she is not attended.
I think it's just she's busy, you know. She's got important Ma Hinshaw shit to do, so she's doing it.
Dude, she is important. She has become a celebrity in Prescott, Arizona. She doesn't live in Prescott, Arizona, but she is a celebrity here. So, but I have her review, kind of, I guess you would say. I have her ratings, at least, for this film. So, Mike, I decided on this one. I know you wanted to see that other one. I'm forgetting the name of the other one we were going to see.
The Amateur?
Yes, you wanted to see The Amateur. I wanted to see Warfare, and I won. And I think I won in choosing which film to review too, because I think Warfare is going to be a very good review, but we'll see what you thought of it. So, Mike, why don't you go ahead and break down A24 and Alex Garland's latest film, Warfare?
All right, Matt. So, like you said, this movie is directed by Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza and written by the same crew. And this movie is starring DeFaro Woon-Ati, Will Poulter, Cosmo Jarvis, Joseph Quinn, Aaron McKenzie, Alex Brodendorf, Finn Bennett, Evan Holtzman, and a platoon of Navy SEALs embark on a dangerous mission in Ramadi, Iraq, with chaos and the Brotherhood of War retold through the memories of the event.
Wow, I am disappointed in you, Mike.
What?
Dude, you're the one that works, like, you know, with the military and government in different capacities, and you don't even know how to pronounce Ramadi?
No, man. I don't know the geography. Why would I know geography? Or even if I knew Ramadi, how would I know that was Ramadi? I don't know. I can't spell.
We do need to thank the Sierra Vista public school system.
Yes, it's all their fault.
Yeah, and you know what? We're keeping steady. We were 49th back then. I think we're 49th today. So that's called consistency.
Yeah, nice and even. Keep it, no rocking the boat.
So, all right, Mike, well, I'll stop giving you shit because I also was, as you know, we both grew up together and went to the same schools and most of the same classes, not all, but some. And so, yeah, I make fun of you in my school system education. I should make fun of myself. But anywho, so Warfare, directed by Alex Garland, famously from Civil War, Ex Machina, Annihilation, a lot of films that both of us really, really love and enjoy. I like Alex Garland a lot. I think he's a very good filmmaker. He's kind of hit and miss for me. I usually love his films, or I'm not a huge fan of his films. I don't really say there's a gray area with him. But Ray Mendoza, he is a director. This is not his first film. This is his third film, I believe, that he directed, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at here.
I'm not sure on that one.
No, it's his first film that he's directed, but he's produced several, and he's done I think it's part of the production, but he's done on-site, like, military advisor kind of thing.
Ah, okay.
So, but anyway, so it's like co-directed. From what I understand, he also did stunts and he also did acting. Huh. That's cool. Anyways, from what I understand, it was mostly spearheaded by Ray Mendoza, who lived through this battle, specifically this mission of said battle. I think I talked about in the last podcast, but yeah, so Alex Garland he helped write and he helped direct and he helped probably do a lot of it, but I think they really kind of tried to let Ray tell his story. And, I think it was quite successful. I have to say, this is probably the most tense film I've ever seen in my entire life, by far.
Oh, really? Most tense. Okay.
You don't think so?
Well, we'll get into it, man. We'll get into it.
I was on the edge of my seat the entire freaking time, the entire film.
Okay. Well, that's great.
Now, this is not your typical war movie. It's not told traditionally. There's characters, but there's not really build up. There's not really an explanation of who they are, where they came from, or anything. This is more of, this is what happened. This is what happened during this particular mission of this particular battle. And this is the end results. And we'll get into that, into the spoilers. But I really, really liked this movie. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I thought it was very, very good and very well done and very well acted and shot and everything. I thought it was a very good movie.
Yeah. No, it was very good. It was very realistic, and they went to a lot of effort to make sure that everything, I think, was as representative as it could be. I kind of wonder where they filmed it, but anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah, I'm not really 100% sure where they filmed it, but they filmed it, I'm thinking maybe like Africa? I don't know. I mean, they had to have somewhere that was pretty beat down and tore up, because I don't think they built this from the ground up. I'm looking on IMDb trying to see if it says London, England.
Okay, maybe they did build the set for it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it just says London, England, UK. So, anyways, well, overall, Michael, what did you think?
So I liked it for the most part. I think I only have a few kind of like complaints, and it's mostly with the way that this movie's set up. Is there's no interjections and stuff and any of that. I would have liked to just know a little bit about some of the people. I think, but that's. I mean, I get why they did what they did, because the movie's main character really is the battle, and not like any of the characters. If that makes sense. I mean, they're all stars, but yeah, it's mostly the battle.
Well, and so I did a little bit of research on the Battle of Ramadi, and so this mission specifically takes place in November of 2006. The Battle of Ramadi itself lasted for, I think, over a month. So this is just one slice of a very large battle that went on in this town in Iraq.
Ah, okay. I gotcha.
So they're not trying to tell the whole story of the battle. They're not trying to say what's good or what's bad, which I think is a great thing. Just like Alex Garland's film from last year, Civil War. I wonder if people are going to be mad on this one because it doesn't take a stance whatsoever. He's not saying war is good or war is bad, or what the Americans did in Iraq was good or what they did in Iraq was bad. You get hints here and there. And like one thing, without trying to spoil it, is the Iraqi families that were in it, I think was a side of a war film that we haven't really seen. I mean, we've seen some up to now, but not like how this one was told. But again, it's tough to talk about without spoiling it. It is a historical battle. You can look it up. You can see what happened, all that other stuff. But I still, for the impact of this film, especially those of you who have not seen it, I'm really trying not to spoil it, because it's very impactful when you see it and you don't know what's going on. And that's the point of it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I I don't know if we can talk too much more about it without trying to spoil it, Matt. So are you a little bit thirsty right now?
Mike, I am always thirsty.
All right. Well, what are you drinking this fine morning, evening, afternoon?
Well, Mike, even though I have not officially moved completely in and I'm still living in 4 different places technically, from where my motorcycle is to where my Jeep is to where my storage unit is and my other storage unit. But Mike, I'm drinking a little bit of that bottle that you gave me.
Oh yeah,
Yes, sir.
drinking some Blandons.
I had to get myself a little Blanton's.
Oh, Matt, this is a side tangent. I won't take too long, but anyway, my brother-in-law, I'm sure you know, Otter.
Otter? Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he hooked it up. I had that work conference, Matt, and guess what they wanted to give away from the booth? They
Blanton's?
they wanted to have a drawing for Blanton's, and the person at the booth is like, I went to 4 liquor stores, I couldn't find it. I was like, oh, hold on, I got a guy.
Dude, how does Otter have such a good hookup on Blanton's? I'm going to start having to pay him to ship me some booze.
Anyway, couple hours went by. He gives me a call. He's like, dude, I found it. It's over here. I'm like, sweet. So I sent over our person. She comes back. She's like, thanks. You do got a guy.
How expensive is it over in where they make it? Because it's what, Kentucky, I think.
I guess it depends, Matt. Like, and there's like a black market for Blanton's. It's pretty bad. But the bottle that we got for the show was, I think, $115.
That's less than what you paid for mine here, and I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
You left the sticker on.
Yeah, no, I know. But Matt, I knew you couldn't find it anywhere, so I just got it.
I know. I can't find it anywhere. That's why I'm thinking about calling up Otter and be like, hey, bro, hook it up. But I wonder if you get in trouble because you're not supposed to ship certain liquors over borders.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do any of that. But yeah, I don't think you'd get in trouble. It'd be fine.
But I'm thirsty, Mike.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry, Matt. That's my little tangent. But they were very pleased because that bottle of Blanton's was like a tractor beam for people walking by. Like, they're like, "Oh, what do I got to do to win that?" And they're like,
Oh yeah, dude, it's good stuff, man. It's real good stuff. I know you're not a big bourbon whiskey fan, but I know you like yourself some Blanton's.
yes, for sure, dude.
Now, have you gone to try the really expensive one?
No, they have like a gold, or they have some like straight from the barrel or something.
Yeah. So they have a bunch of different versions of Blanton's, but no, their most expensive is of course I'm going to blank on the name. It has it's like Pappy Van Winkle.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It's incredibly expensive, and I have never gotten even to sniff that. Yeah, I was curious if your boy Otter hooked it up on that, because yeah, that's a really difficult one to get a hold of, and it's real expensive.
Yeah, I mean, if I think when it comes to that stuff, if I needed it, I just give them a call, and 2 or 3 hours later, something's just found.
Dude, I need to talk to. I don't know where Otter gets these hookups, but yeah, dude, Pappy Van Winkle. Just doing a quick search because I have a kind of a keyboard. The 10-year bottle of Pappy Van Winkle is $900.
Oh man!
Now, if you want the 25-year bottle on Pappy Van Winkle, old Rip Van Winkle is what they call it. Pappy Van Winkle, old Rip Van Winkle, 25-year, $47,000.
$47,000 for one bottle.
For one bottle.
Wow. So when you drink that shot, you're like, dude, that was like $6,000. That was awesome.
Yeah, no joke. Oh, it's on sale. It's on sale. It's normally $60. I mean, shit, I'm gonna have to buy it then.
There you go.
Oh, look, if you pay another $30, they'll gift wrap it.
Oh, that's nice. You have to
Isn't
pay
that
more.
nice of them?
Yeah. Wow. Well, anyway, that was my random story, Matt. So, I'm glad you
I can't
are,
believe it.
are drinking the Blantons, and I guess what I am drinking, Matt, is nothing too fancy. It's just it's called Florida Man. It's a double IPA.
Isn't that what you had last week?
No, last week I had a lager, right? Didn't I have like wasn't I drinking a Corona?
Oh yeah, you had Corona. That's right. That's right. But I know you drank Florida Man recently. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you never know.
Dude, I cannot believe how expensive this shit is.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally like one of the top questions on Google. It's what is the $50,000 bottle of bourbon? And you click on it, Pappy Van Winkle.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never known anybody who's had it.
Dude, now you're gonna have to ask Otter. I really would like to know now.
Okay, I'll ask him.
Gosh, dude. See, now I'm going down this dark hole where I'm looking at like really expensive, nice bourbons that I'll never ever have.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Oh, dude, each barrel ages for 23 years.
Nice.
Oh, look, they have a 15-year and they have a 12-year and 10-year, but clearly the 23 is what's known for. Jesus, no wonder it costs so much. Then it's super limited. Anyways, I'm going to stop looking.
All right.
See, this is bad. I have a keyboard where nobody can hear it, so I can actually look stuff up.
Yeah, don't do it, dude. Fight the power.
All right. So since Ma Hinshaw is not here, and I am very disappointed in this, but she should be here because this is her job, and she's dropping the ball. But Mike, what is this week's just god awful dad joke?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh though. Dad jokes.
All right. What do you call an average potato?
An average potato? Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Hold on. Lay's potato chip?
A commentator.
Oh, Jesus.
It's out of the book, man.
It's out of the book? Oh,
Yeah.
that one last week was so bad, I thought it was out of the book.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that one was bad. And I know you made that one up.
Yep.
But, all right, Mike. Well, I don't know how hard or easy. It was probably quite difficult, maybe. I don't know. But, Mike, how does 2025's Warfare relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah, man, I wasn't sure what I was going to do for this, but turns out Will Poulter, one of our main characters in the movie, was in
Oh, yeah, Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy
Yeah.
as Adam Warlock. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
volume
it was
3.
the most recent one. Yeah, I totally forgot that he played Adam Warlock. Yeah. Yeah. That's how forgettable his performance as Adam Warlock was. And Adam Warlock is a very beloved character in the Marvel Universe, and they did not do him very much justice in the film. But
So
oh
bam.
well, it's what
Nailed
it is. Maybe he'll come back and redeem himself.
Yeah. So it wasn't too bad. I was worried, dude, when I was watching. I was like, wait, I don't know if any of these people are in MCU. Okay.
Yeah, no, I feel dumb that I didn't remember that. Oh well, I can't remember everything, especially when you sleep 4 hours a night and you work constantly and you don't get your Pappy Van Winkle.
Yeah, you don't even get a chance to look at your 85-inch small TV.
I know, dude. The some bitch still is in the box in the back deck. I'm not going to tell anybody where I live in case they want to try and get it, but
Yeah.
yeah, that thing is massive, dude. I never thought that there would be a such thing as too big, but I think there is.
Yeah.
And then I don't have a surround sound system go with it either. I mean, I have my old one, but it's nothing like yours. I mean, that'll be next.
Yeah, man, you're going to have to get one that equals the 85 inches.
See, and you know what the worst part is now I'm really not going to want to go to the movies anymore.
Well, you still will.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have my own home theater, basically called my living room.
Yep.
So, all right, Mike. Well, we are now officially in the spoiler section. I don't know how much you want to spoil, how much you don't want to spoil. I don't know how many people are going to listen to this podcast and go and see this movie or not on our recommendations. I will just start out by saying this. I think everyone should go see this movie. It is incredible. It is well worth the ticket price. You really should see it in the theaters. It really is what made it so wonderful, especially the sound and surround sound system, and just it's the complete package. You should go see it in the theaters. So go watch it in the theaters. Mike, you concur?
Yeah. No, it was very realistic, and seeing it in the theaters will get you that the way they want you to feel the movie.
Oh, dude, it's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing, all the stuff they do. So, okay, now this is your final warning. We are now going to spoil the shit out of it. So if you don't want it spoiled at all, tune away. If not, for the rest of you, sorry, here we go.
All right. So I really liked how this movie started because that was fun. It showed that everybody was getting hyped up to go on the mission, and I enjoyed, it's like, hey, how do they get people to get hyped up? Well, this particular group, they watched this ridiculous, what was it, jazzercising?
Yeah, it was some kind of jazzercising. I think it was just that's what they had and what they could watch, and it was, a bunch of young, attractive women in tight spandex stretching and listening to music, and yeah, I think it was getting them, aroused.
Yeah, excited, ready to go do what they had to do. But yeah, that was fun. One thing I was kind of alluding to earlier is it would have really been nice to have a little bit of character development, I guess, or even just a little thing that said who they were or something. I don't know, somehow. If they could have worked that into the story organically, I'm not sure if you could have, but maybe like if they did like a mission planning scene a little bit earlier where they went over what everybody was going to be doing.
Kind of like Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, probably like Black Hawk Down, yeah. Since you brought it up, Matt, I was going to say I hadn't seen a movie that was like this in a long time, and I feel like Black Hawk Down was now it was more Hollywoodized, the Black Hawk Down, but
yeah,
they still got the story across about what happened on that particular time frame of like 18 hours or whatever, and the different groups working together and just shit going bad and people leaving and people coming back. Like it was very similar, I guess, in some ways.
Speaking of that, Mike, did you ever watch I think it's a 3 or 4 part docuseries they did recently on Netflix, where they interviewed the people that were part of Black Hawk Down? There's about 10 soldiers or so that they interview.
Oh, no,
including people from the other side, from Somalia.
Oh, wow. No.
It is a very interesting watch. Very interesting. And Michael Bay's film, Black Hawk Down, really knocked it out of the park. I mean, it was pretty gosh darn accurate.
Yeah, I think that was Ridley Scott movie.
Was it Ridley Scott? Oh, I thought it was Michael Bay.
Yeah, I think it was one of the Scott. I'm going to check real quick. But that came out, 2001? It's kind of old now.
Yeah. Well, especially since like half the actors in it are
it's 2001.
Don't really have a career anymore,
Yeah, Ridley Scott. Yeah, I remember this movie was pretty impactful on me, The Black Hawk Down. So I remember watching it. It's like, dang.
It was very good. It was a very, very good movie. I remember watching it live when it happened and watching them taking American soldiers nude through the streets, murdered. I thought that was really horrible.
Yeah.
Really horrible.
Yeah. So, but this movie is just such an accurate telling of like a mission and all the different people working together and how people react to different situations. And some people are a little bit, I don't know, flustered, or, there's concussions that have probably happened from things.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it was flustered. I think it was more the concussions from the IED going off.
Yeah. Well, there's concussions, and then there could be some shock from some of the people.
Some of it, sure. But like you're talking specifically about Will Poulter's character, who was the leader of the SEAL team, which I don't think he would have been rattled. I think his physically brains were rattled.
Yeah.
And he was just not thinking straight whatsoever.
Right. So, but yeah, this was, it was really well done, man. And like the kind of showing of how the approach was by with the weapons and all the different things, like it was good. It was really good.
Well, the one thing that I found pretty horrifying was the audio. And when I say the audio, I mean the audio from like everything. From the screams of the soldiers that are injured. I mean, that truly felt like it was them going through it. It didn't seem like it was a film. The surprise audio, from the IED going off. I mean, seriously, I don't think there was one person in my theater that did not jump 3 feet in the air. I think it caught everyone off guard big time. And I truly feel that that's what the point of this film was to try and make you feel like you were at that battle and what it's like to go through war.
Yeah.
Now, I've never been through war. I've never been in a battle, but I would envision it's as terrifying, intense, and horrible as this film was.
Yeah, with all the dealing with air support and stuff. I enjoyed every time they're like, show force? Yeah, show force.
Dude, that was intense. I didn't realize that they did that so much, because, what are you going to do? Yeah, come in, drop bombs right on top of us.
Yeah, no, and they can't. So what can they do? Like, man, fly really low and really fast. It's like, woo. So, that was interesting. That was interesting, seeing that, and dealing with all the, radio stuff and the frustrations of trying to get people like picked up and all kinds of stuff. So, it was good, dude. It was really good. I just wish I knew the characters just a smidge somehow. Like I don't know how to do it really. I guess mission planning was what I was thinking a little bit before.
Well, that's the question. Do they add in another half hour to the film and make it a 2-hour long movie, or do you just leave it alone? I mean, I think it would be nice to personalize the main characters. Makes it probably a little more relatable, but I also don't think it needed it because we got to know the characters through their interactions together in the home that they were in.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's just my thoughts.
Yeah. It's interesting, that there were so many SEALs, on the ground. Like, everybody thinks they're always in the air or in the water and stuff. No, they do all kinds of things.
Well, I read up a little bit about this mission in particular and what the SEAL teams were doing specifically. I believe this was Team 5 and 3, if I'm not mistaken, because, Chris Kyle, the most famous Navy SEAL sniper, he was part of, this battle as well and his SEAL team. And I think he was Team 3. I don't remember. But basically, what the two teams that we see in this film, because there's two teams in here, they're doing sniper support for the Marines and the Army, which you don't really see other than the Bradleys coming up and picking them up. They're doing sniper support for the other guys that are on the ground. That's basically what they were there to do.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of get that from the beginning of the movie. But yeah, it doesn't quite, it doesn't exactly say that, but I liked how they split the apartment too. Like there was just like a concrete wall.
Yeah, from the top floor and the bottom floor. Yeah.
I was like, what? That's how you do it? I mean, whoa, what a different. Hey, I mean, if that's how they did it and that's how you make your money, split into units. It's just like, we would never have the expense to put in like a concrete wall. I don't know. Maybe it's just the difference between countries.
Well, that, and also I don't think it's so much concrete. I think it's more like all the houses are built out of the, the soil and the sand and, all that stuff. I think it was probably like that because you build with what you got in the area,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Just kind of my thoughts.
Yeah.
But anyways, so overall, I mean, dude, I love this movie. I think it was terrifying. I think it was tense. I know you're not so hot about not having more build up on the characters, but I thought it was great. And I think it's a must see. And in my opinion, I think it's, one of the best films of 2025 to date, easily.
Yeah, I mean, it was very realistic. I mean, it's a good movie. It just kind of like it starts and then it just kind of ends too. And you're just like, oh. And it is very intense. It's very intense pretty much, I don't know, after like 5 minutes. Like 6 minutes, I don't know. Whenever the first stuff starts happening, the first interactions, I mean, I guess there's a few minutes where stuff seems like, something's coming up. Because, like, everybody's, like, running away and whatever. It's like the Old West when everybody just disappears.
Sure. Yeah, well, it was interesting to see how quickly the soldiers were taken out and then the fighting just stops.
Yeah, I think that's the very last scene before it starts doing some of like the kind of behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
What was all of the was I don't know if it was Taliban or somebody, the bad guys all just coming out in the street, like, and you're just like, damn, there were a lot of them. And then
like, well, all right, I guess that's it. But yeah, there was a lot more than what you think or that you see.
Right. I also liked how, unlike the movies, even though this was a movie, when everybody's shooting and stuff, nobody's just hitting every person all the time. No, nobody, like hardly anybody hit anybody.
And the other interesting part that I thought too was when the other SEAL team was moving up to our main SEAL team.
Oh yeah,
and how they're like trying to be moving and cold and calculated and all that stuff, and they're taking shots and all this other stuff, and they're scared. Like they're not like gung ho and we're going to light everybody up, and they're not shooting every single person, killing every single person in one shot. Like they're very meticulous and moving slowly and making sure everybody's safe and going. And it's not like gung ho, and just jump out and shoot people. No, like when they finally get there, the two guys with the saws on top of the roof, they're like sticking their guns up and not even like really looking at what they're shooting at, I think that's a hell of a lot more realistic than we've ever seen in any other film.
Yeah, for sure. No.
But Mike, what do you think about how it's kind of like a one-room play? Like it takes place in one building 90% of the film.
I thought it was good because you're in it with the characters and you're going through what they're going through, and it's a little nuts with the the wounded guys and their situation, and then the medic or whoever was in charge of trying to like help them with the morphine. He's like, oh, gave it to myself.
Well, and I think that was part of the concussion stuff. But yeah, I don't think he was a medic. I think the medic was the guy that was one of the guys that was injured.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, whoever, the guy that was charged with like trying to help out, like
trying to help. Yeah.
yeah. It's like, oh man, like, well, that's a situation that you just like, dang. So.
Well, and then you saw the repercussions of him basically being stoned for the next however long because he couldn't do shit.
Yeah, he like tripped over. Yeah, yes, you did. I mean, he was doing what he could, but he was messed up after that point.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I mean, it was basically. I mean, it was on morphine. I want to say heroin, but it was morphine. It's not heroin,
Yeah, it's morphine. So he's real loopy. He's like.
Oh yeah.
So.
But yeah, no, I like that it took place in one building, and it honestly kind of makes you feel claustrophobic after a while.
Yeah. And their chants when they're like, "Hey, we're leaving. We're going now." Everybody was like, they're like, are you sure? Like it was like, yeah, it was. Yep. Interesting.
So, did you identify which one was our director?
No, the director's in there?
Well, not physically. The director that put the actor that played our director. Because the director, Ray Mendoza, really was in this battle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
And so Ray was the basically radio operator played by DeFaro Lunati, who is he's a Native American guy. He's known from that show on FX, Reservoir Dogs. That's what he's most known for. But yeah, he played Ray Mendoza in the film.
Okay.
And so that's why I thought it was interesting how Ray Mendoza could have said he was this badass and all this stuff, but you could tell he was terrified. And I think at the end, when they were loading up the guys into the Bradleys, I think he purposely tried not to, get out of the Bradley. Like he said, "Hey guys, I'm stuck. He can't get out," when they took off.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I think he did that on purpose. And I think that was him purposely trying to show that he did that on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Because he could have changed it being the director.
Yeah. Yep. He definitely could. So, okay. I mean, it was purposely in there, and I was like, what? Is that guy just... But I didn't, at that moment in the movie, though, I didn't realize all the other guys were going into the tanks also.
Yeah, well, they didn't... I think they came back and got them, like the everyone that was behind once they got rid of got the injured guys out. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So he went out with the injured guys, and then he came back and got everybody else. But he didn't stay behind with everyone else. He said he got stuck in the tank or the Bradley.
Yeah.
Bradley fighting vehicle.
Yeah.
Which shows you why they wanted those so bad. I mean, dude, that was about the only thing that could withstand the IEDs.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yep. Well, I mean, that was before they made the oh shoot, what are they called? The ones that have the V hull.
Yeah. Well, those are a product of the Iraq War and Afghanistan War.
Yeah, was it? Oh shoot, I can't think of what it's called. But anyway, it was designed to have the IUD energy deflected to the sides, so not everybody was getting rocked on the inside.
Right. Yeah. The IEDs, not IUDs. That's I mean, don't get me wrong, that rocks you from the inside too. But
Oh yeah, IEDs. Yes, improvised
yeah,
explosive device.
mostly the ladies,
Right.
but
Yeah, not an inner uterine device.
yes, it is. It is still inside though.
Yes. All right.
But anyways, I think this is a great film. I think it's a must watch. I truly think it's one of the best films of 2025. If this is not nominated for awards next year, I'm going to be upset. But it's only April, so it'll probably get forgotten. But again, what, Dune 2 came out around this time last year, and it still got nominated for a bunch of stuff. So maybe
every once in a while,
maybe
dude.
there's hope. Yeah.
Well, remember the Everywhere All at Once.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah.
Yeah, that came out in March, and then it made it into the award season. Not this last year, but the year before that.
Right, and it won.
It did. It won a couple things. Yeah.
Yeah, and like we were talking about, I was talking about earlier with Civil War, and now you have Warfare. These films are great to watch together. One is from a journalistic perspective, the other is from a soldier's perspective. I feel that neither of them take a real stance on if war is bad or good, or if war is the Iraqis were bad or the Americans were bad or anybody's bad. I think it's just, this is what happened. Period. That's it. This is just what happened.
Yeah. It was very just matter of fact. It didn't talk about any political leanings or anything. It's like this is just about these guys in this moment in their life.
Yeah, and that's why Alex Garland got so much shit last year with Civil War, because he didn't take a stance, and everybody wanted him to be like, oh, fuck Trump and screw this and screw that. And he wouldn't do it. He's like, nope, I'm just trying to tell a story and not take an opinion. And I think he did it again. And I think he did it even better. I like this a lot better than Civil War. I really do.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if we have too much more to talk about, Matt. So why don't you...
believe me, I could talk about a lot on this film.
Well, why don't you give us your rating for this movie?
That means Mike needs to go to bed. But okay, so I'll go first with Ma Hinshaw. So Ma Hinshaw, who again bailed on us again. I'm just gonna say again like 9 times. She gives it a 5 out of 5 bloody cookies.
Oh, bloody cookies!
Because I don't know what kind of cookies you would give for a war movie. Cookie, chocolate chip cookies. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay.
Not delicious cookies for a war movie. I don't know. Anyways, my mom thought it was an incredible film. She gave it 5 out of 5, and I have to agree with her. I think this is. I keep saying I think it's one of the best films of 2025, if not the best. I give it 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. That's where I was going to go. I forgot to talk about it. The Iraqis that are in the home.
Yeah.
They just randomly picked a home, went in. I mean, that was just, we've never seen anything like that, where they weren't holding them hostage. They were trying to keep them safe, but they go in, they take over their home gets shot up, gets blown up literally by tanks. And then in the next day they leave, they're gone, and there's blood everywhere. Can you imagine something like that happen to your home?
Oh, dude, it would be just bananas.
Yeah, and I don't think they were trying to do a political stance at all, but I just think it's interesting how Ray Mendoza and Alex Garland were trying to show that look at the damage this caused even to these innocent bystanders, and thank God they weren't killed, but look at what they did to their home. Look at what they did to everything they had. Destroyed it in one felled swoop.
Yeah.
And that was their neighbors. That was the Iraqis shooting them up, but also the SEALs could have picked a different house. But they didn't. They picked that one. And I think that was a perspective we'd never seen in a war movie before.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways, all right. I know you're tired. You want to go to bed. Mike, how many reels do you give Warfare?
All right. So, like I've said, ad nauseum. I would have liked to have a little bit more with the characters. So I'm giving it 4.5 reels out of 5 because I just wanted to have a little bit more story. But other than that, man, it was a really good movie. It's very realistic. Just shows you how, one little slice of one little like overall mission, right? This was just one little,
Yeah, it's a small part of one very large battle and how detrimental it was to all these people's lives.
Oh, Matt, what did you think of the scene where the one guy's like, "Hey, they're not going to send anybody else because the IED, they need a CO's authorization," and then he told them to be the CO.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't court-martialed for that one. But who would have known, honestly, back then? Now you would know, but not back then.
Yeah, that was like, oh crap. Like, basically if they didn't do that, they were all just going to,
They were all dead. Yeah, pretty much, in my opinion. But that's kind of the thing. I mean, being raised in a military family and all that stuff, I always learned, chain of command and all that stuff, even being a kid. You don't question authority. You don't do that. You just listen, you shut up and you do your stuff. And that's what the military does. And they were questioning it because they wanted to live. And the military were like, well, people are cheaper than Bradley's, so screw it. I bet you that's what they were thinking.
Maybe. Hard to
What
know,
I would
man.
love to know is someone in the military's perspective. You know what? You should ask Otter. That'd be interesting. Get his opinion on this film. Although that was one of the big things I talked about on the radio is that if you're sensitive to this in any way, shape, or form, don't go see this movie because it's gonna tear open wounds. Like the buddy I went with, my buddy Clint, he lost his son in his oldest son in the war, and he had a very, very, very hard time watching this film.
Oh yeah, man.
I told him he did not have to go, but he chose to go anyways. But yeah, he had a very difficult time watching it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, all right. On that that kind of somber note, I think we'll wrap this up, dude.
Yeah. What don't you want to tell the folks why we're teasing 420 so much?
Oh yes, 420. So we're gonna have fun with this one. We're gonna review a stoner movie. We always said we were gonna do. We threatened we would do, and well, why not do it on the episode 424? Well, I think our review comes out on 421, huh?
No, our review comes out actually would be 423, but depends on when we can record. We might just record and release it on 420 because 420 is Sunday.
Oh, okay. All right. So maybe,
but I don't know if we could get all of us together to get it done on Sunday. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, we're not going to make any promises.
But that's kind of an odd coincidence that our episode 420 is going to come out the week of 420 in 2025.
Yeah.
That's a lot of 20s.
A lot of 20s. So anyway, we're going to watch the movie Half Baked starring Dave Chappelle and several other people.
Guillermo Diaz, Jim Brewer.
Yeah, Jim Brewer. Yeah. So,
but yeah, the 1998 classic Half Baked that we all watched in high school and thought was just hilarious. And we'll find out if it actually stands the test of time or not.
I'm sure it will. Everybody wants to talk to Samson.
Everybody wants to talk to Samson.
Yeah.
Samson Simpson?
No.
Oh.
All right.
Anyways. All righty. Well, I'm done, Mike. I'll stop talking because we could keep talking about this movie. I love this movie. It was so good.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Make sure to follow us on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, XAI, whatever it's called. And we'll catch you on the next pod. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.